Trickling on board right now.
Okay.
Make space for them as they close these gates off to the... And we got a lot of fun stuff in store for you on the tour today. We've also got a co-host. I'm going to introduce him to you. You may know him as the host of The Tonight Show. He also starred...
Our own Great White Shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we'll pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your...
Of the thousands of movies that we've made here over the years, first poster that we passed was called Damon and Pythias. You might have noticed that off to the right. And the year above that was 1914. That was our first full-length feature film that we made here at Universal. So we've been doing it for over 100 years now. And on March 15th, 1915, our founder, Carl Laemmle, invited the public into the studio to watch silent movies being made. Guests could walk from set to set and marvel at the new technology involved in filmmaking. Well, with the invention of sound and the need for quiet on the set, the original walking tour ended. In the 1960s, under the leadership of company chairman Lew Wasserman and executives Al Dorskind and Jay Stein, the idea of reviving the tour of the studio returned when the Gray Line bus tours, originating in Hollywood, made a stop at our gates. On July 15th, 1964, the first of our red and white candy-striped glamour trams took 67 passengers on a 2-hour driving tour of the Universal lot, and the world-famous studio tour was born. We started with 2 drivers, 2 guides, and 1 ticket seller working out of a trailer on Lankershim Boulevard. And from there, the studio tour expanded with fantastic one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements like the Rock Slide and the Burning House, which were both in this area of the lot back in the 1970s and 80s. Off to the left-hand side, we've got some construction going on for our upcoming Fast and Furious roller coaster. It's opening in 2026. We also passed the fire station just a few moments ago. That was a real fire station, in case you were wondering. Not a set that we use for filming. But we do have a lot of sets out here. We also have a lot of sound stages that we're going to show you as we enter the front lot. Very first sound stage you're going to see is straight ahead of us. It's stage 12. It's our oldest sound stage on the front lot. It also used to be one of our biggest. So some of our biggest sets, like Dracula's Castle, from my offices, are for some of the biggest people working in the industry. Kevin Williamson has an office right over here. We're going to pass by Hitchcock's bungalow in just a moment. As I mentioned,
Props and costumes from the film, and fun bites and drinks from Shiz and Emerald City. But first, here's a look at Wicked.
All aboard! Come with me to meet the wizard.
Why couldn't test me? This is your moment. I'm coming.
Because I've got something to see. Let's see this.
So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
We sure are. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember to remain seated the entire time. Secure all loose belongings. You don't want to drop anything in here. Refrain from using any flash photography or lights of any kind. And welcome to Skull Island.
Oh.
The island. Nobody's lived here for hundreds of years.
Mommy.
Tents set up. Sometimes it's tents where they hold the extras. Whatever the case may be, you wouldn't want to see it on camera. So as we pass by our Metro sets, we're leaving that mural behind, and we're going right to our monster movie mural off to the right-hand side, painted by Tristan Eaton. This is about as close as you can get to this incredible piece of work, paying tribute to our classic monster movies.
An instrumental part of the process of designing.
Stage 31. Don't miss our incredible new season every Monday and Tuesday on NBC.
Back with Notre Dame, The Wolfman, The Mummy, and all of them filmed right over here in Little Europe. I'm going to tell you more about those monster movies in just a moment. But you might have also noticed a green sign as we enter these sets that says, "Welcome to the Good Place." This is also where we filmed most of the exteriors for that hit show.
This is Agent Novak with
No, not Agent Novak. It is... Jim, you don't happen to know what clip number that is, do you? Oh, thanks a lot, man. Well, I forgot what it was. But trust me, this is where they filmed The Good Place. This is also where we film our monster movies, which I'm going to pivot toward now because I have very little to say about The Good Place. Actually, it's still decorated for The Good Place, which is sort of remarkable. because they haven't been filming for a number of years now. They've wrapped The Good Place. It's done. It's all on Netflix. You can go watch it. But the reason that these sets still look like this is because another production hasn't come in to use them. So once another production comes, they're going to totally change these sets around because they don't want it to look like The Good Place. They don't want, shop signs that you see in The Good Place, like the yogurt shops or the all chocolate everything or whatever. But that's how rarely we use these sets now because they're so specific looking. It doesn't quite look like a real city that you're going to see in Europe or something like that. This spot right over here off to the right, the opening there, that's called the Court of Miracles. And all of our classic monster movies had sequences that took place right over there in the Court of Miracles. Let me try this here. Okay, that's right.
Get out the bloodhounds. Raise up the your head, lock the women indoors, and wait for me. Are you ready?
Ano? Diyan nila pinili. Ano? Diyan sila tumakbo. Ano? May mga background, mga stones. Ayun o, dun o. Oh.
It's a street, real working vehicles and pyrotechnics. And if you look around, you can see that we still have the equipment out here. We still have. All right, folks. I wouldn't worry too much about that. They promised us the special effects were deactivated. There's nothing to worry about. It's just like crap. All right, everyone, just hang tight. We're gonna get you out of here in just a second. Hang on, everyone.
Oh my gosh.
We did close it for the better part of the year, but that was just to give it an upgrade.
Ah, gets. Yun.
We're not done with the water yet. Right now, we're going to head on back to Amity Island. Now, folks, do remember to remain seated. Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. It does tend to get bumpy out here at Amity Island. Now, I don't want you folks to worry because they've captured the shark. That's been terrible. Goodness, that dorsal fin is heading right for that diver. Yeah. That's my friend Keith. You shark! Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh, look at all that blood. That's awful, folks. I'm hurting right now. Keith is one of my good friends, but we have to save ourselves. We're going to come over here. We're going to hide behind these flammable gas tanks. Uh-oh, shark's taking the dock back there. Watch out, everyone.
Oh my god. Flying sa water world, ayan. Oh my god. Oh. Hey, shark! What the fuck? Oh my gosh, ang laki ng shark. The fudge. Walang iya yung ano na yun.
shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited. The shark is working.
Maano yun, maganda siguro pag nag-tour ka ng medyo madilim. No? Mas mapifeel mo yung shark. Ayan.
All right, I'm going to tell you a little more about that Jaws attraction in just a few moments. But first, we're going to head straight from that studio tour classic to another classic studio tour attraction. In fact, this one is so classic. This is actually the first attraction we ever incorporated into the studio tour. Here to tell you all about it, Today's Show co-host and weather anchor, Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968.
May ano pa dyan Baka may dadaan dyan.
The Flash Flood.
Flash flood? Oh my gosh. May
Now
tubig
this
dyan
is
lakas.
exactly how we create weather effects for our movies and TV shows. We'll have sound effects for the thunder, strobe lights to simulate the lightning, and of course the most important element in any great storm is going to be the rain, which we create with a very sophisticated piece of technology called a sprinkler. Now sometimes we do leave our weather effects on a little too long. We have to suffer the repercussions. Al Roker mentioned
Oh, yun, flash
flood. I don't know if that's
flood.
anything you need to worry about. Oh, yeah. That one heading right to us. Hang on, everybody.
Oh my god. Ayos Galing. Natin kailangan yan sa Pilipinas. Kaya nga, everyday nating nakikita, walang yan.
Here's a movie that used that flash flood area so you can see what it looks like on camera.
Yung Philippines is the norm.
We are now entering into 6 Points, which has some of the oldest sets still standing in Hollywood, some of the most filmed on sets as well. Back in the silent film era, we're making up to 200 westerns a year in and around 6 Points. We still use these sets today. We don't use them as frequently, but we still use them. Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood filmed all over these sets. Ty West's newest film, Maxine, filmed all over these sets as well. And as you can imagine, with sets that have been sitting here for so many decades, some of the biggest Western stars of all time have walked these streets at one time or another.
Saan naman mag-picture dito lang? It's so vintage. Oh my gosh. Pwede bumaba. Oh, old hotel na kayo. Vintage. So vintage. Love it. Oh my gosh. Ang pretty niya.
Now, just a few moments ago, we went through our Jaws attraction. We're going to be passing by that again, but this time I'm going to bring up Steven Spielberg to tell us a little more about his process of collaborating with Universal on his very first theme park attraction.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous, all envisioned and created. I'm done bashing the shark. Thank you, Jaws, for everything you've done for me. But I will.
Zombie film. Been using a few other productions as well.
Oh. Tinitiran kaya din nila yan. Oh. Tapos gigibain din, ganun.
And we are now turning down one of the most talked about streets in television history. This is Colonial Street. I'm going to tell you about a bunch of things that have filmed here. One of the most recent productions filming out here is Ted. Just wrapped their second season. But this house off to the right-hand side, that kind of seafoam greenhouse, that is the main exterior that they use for Ted. That's right on your screens here at the beginning of this scene.
Oh, yung blue house ito.
How many we got?
Well, let's see. We got 20 cartons.
Fantastic.
Do you think we're getting too old for this?
Now, come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service here. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. We're Sumerians.
Ted.
But this
Yeah, no. Ito. This one? Oh, yun.
Spielberg, his relationship with us goes back a really long ways. In fact, you could say his relationship started with us even before
Film ops. So nobody noticed me when I was.
Off to the left-hand side, we're passing by some of our picture cars right over here. Some iconic vehicles. I'm sure some of you will recognize.
No, vintage din. Oh, gandaming vintage cars. Oh.
And we've got some more film history coming up off to the right-hand side. We've got the Bates Motel, and up on the hill behind the motel, we have the original Psycho house, which we're going to be driving past in just a moment. These sets are, of course, from Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece, Psycho.
Psycho house. Yan. Psycho house.
Oh my goodness, looks like Norman Bates is still here. He's on the porch of his house. Watch out when we drive by, everyone. This guy's nuts.
Horror yarn. Nandun siya? Saan? Saan? Ewan? Oh my gosh! What are you doing?
My favorite spot on our floor. You just don't see sets of this scale built very often anymore. Here he is, along with production designer Rick Carter, to tell you more about how and why they created such an amazing set.
The airplane crash site set is
Oh,
perfect example
plane crash.
of a set
Kaya pala may
all
ganito.
designed around the vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. You guys are great. Listen, listen, listen. Close your eyes, okay? Now close.
You know.
Robbie, get in.
Oh, plane. Na plane. Oh. Ito, usap-usap pa na.
We're going to head straight from one alien invasion film incredible set to another incredible set.
Hindi rin siya bago
from an
sa
alien
atin.
invasion film. We're going to be heading straight into Jupiter's Claim from Jordan Peele's third film, Nope.
What's up, Studio Tour? I'm
After
Kiki
ng
Palmer
bagyo.
from Jordan Peele's film, Nope. What's a bad miracle? Well, you'll have to see our movie to answer that one. Until then, I hope you enjoy your visit to Jupiter's Clay.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former
Jupiter's-
child star Ricky Jude.
Jupiter's Claim.
Over there, look into the Winking Well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, I do. A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy, gold rush frontier town, lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the UFO hotspot. What's a bad miracle? You're about to find out. Welcome to the world
of no.
That's right. Happy train. It's closing time.
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are?
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value federal protection program before the view. And two, international crime syndicate by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come. He'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
I'm so tired of you stink guys stepping in just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
Don't mute him.
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. Taking care of business. Outside.
This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party. And where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Neil?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Complex officials clear out here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of this.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back. Man, it was on vibrate.
Shaw traced us. Hobbs can't.
3D glasses. Remember to remain seated the entire time. Secure all loose belongings. Refrain from using any flash photography or lights of any kind. We're gonna hide out in this parking structure. Hopefully Owen Shaw won't find us in here. Our studio where we were just driving through. Can't beat this view. One of the best views in this town. Got Warner Brothers over there, our neighbors. They're